7 months ago, we were looking for a new home. A group of us came together and we evaluated 120 companies. It might have been 119. It was a lot, okay? A lot of that evaluation was done over the phone and on the computer. We narrowed that list to 19 companies. Those 19 companies received a visit. That visit that we flew in and met with those 19 CEOs, founders, executive team, it was a very forensic evaluation. It was show us your financials, show us all the information, show us the details. From that deep, intense study, we literally broke it down to a couple of companies and we chose Evolv. I'm going to give you a few quick reasons why we chose Evolv, and then I'm going to get into the numbers and we're done. Cool? Number one, we were looking for a company that the owners had skin in the game. What I mean by that was they pulled money out of their pocket to start the company. That was, for me, that was a significant thing. I wanted to know that they were committed. When I met Trey White, looked him in the eyes, and I realized this guy sold and his interest in millions and billions of dollar companies to literally pursue this with everything he had. To me, that was a check in the positive, okay? Because I've been around this industry a while and I've seen people that don't do that. And when things get tough, they jump ship. I'm the guy that's going to be real with you. I hope you're okay with that. That's the reality of this industry, reality of life. People do that. When I realized these guys were in it to win it, I was good with that. The second thing we were looking for was a consumable product that was wellness-based. For us, we wanted it to be wellness, because here's why. When we evaluated this industry as a whole, what we realized was this. 90-something% of the billion-dollar giant companies within this industry, companies that have produced tons and tons of successful people, most of them made it with a nutraceutical-based consumable product or some type of health/beauty product, okay? That's how they really got to the billions of dollars in revenue. So that was important to us. And here's the quick story for us. We were sitting in their office. We had evaluated their company. We had no idea what the product was. This is the absolute truth. We're sitting in their offices, a bunch of us sitting around the board group, looking at financials, looking at business plans, looking at future vision, all this stuff. We're sold on Trey White, Brent Hicks. We're sold on those guys. We think, man, these guys are rock stars. They want to do something big. We're sold on the executive team. We're thinking this is an awesome thing. We're all sitting there for 3-4 hours, right? And all of a sudden, one of us, I forget who it was at the table, was like, excuse me, we don't even know what your product is. What are you guys selling? This is exactly what happened. And Trey White says, you guys have been drinking it for 3 hours. And that's when it hit me. I thought to myself, this is the easiest thing in the world. It's the most consumed product on planet Earth. Everybody's consuming it. Everywhere I go, people are drinking bottled water. And I realized, what do you mean? At first I said, wait, you're going to distribute bottled water through a concept called network marketing? You guys are going to go broke. It's going to cost you too much to ship it. All these different things. My business mind started to click in, and he said, no, think about it, James. He said, remember, this is not who we are. We are an Archaea active formula company. This is just how we choose to start distribution. What I learned is we can distribute with a powdered form that someone puts into spring water. All these different things started to come alive. And what I realized is in businesses and companies I'd been in the past, one of the hardest things I had to do was when I was talking to Paige about a business, I would pull out this awesome product of 4 pills in a pack. The first thing that would happen is they would start asking me questions. Well, I need to talk to my doctor, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. But whenever I give someone a bottle of water, what do? They drink it. They always drink it every single time. And I say, listen, here's the question. How hard, if I could show you a way to hand some people some bottled water and give them a DVD, and you might just possibly be able to change your financial future doing it, how many bottles of water would you give out? Everywhere I go. Here's my card. Here. Hey, listen, you like that? It tastes like good water, right? Yeah, there's money in this bottle. I'd love to show you how to make some of it. What do you mean there's money in that bottle? Hey, listen, watch this DVD. It's the simplest thing I've ever seen. So number one, we knew we had a company that had the money to sustain. My mentor I shared with you earlier, his name is Bubba, by the way. And Bubba. And Bubba's very successful in this industry. He's made millions of dollars. He shared with me a long time ago, James, when you're evaluating companies, if they don't have $10 million liquid cash in the bank, run away from them because they're going to fail. And that's just to get through the first year. That's the realities of business, okay? So we had that check in the box. They met that requirement. Number two, they met the requirement of a consumable, scientifically based product that, in my opinion, was possibly the most consumable product I'd ever seen in this industry. Okay? We all can agree with that. Pretty consumable. The next thing was they had to have a truly breakthrough compensation plan. A compensation plan that would allow a person to make good money out of the gate, sustain that good money, and again, this is me being honest with you, business goes like this. You can come out of the gate and make some good money. Typically in business, you'll make that good money, and then it'll go like this. That's where most people quit, because that's the painful part. And then those that stick, that understand their goals are in concrete, the plans are in sand, they usually can climb out of that hole and get to having some level of prosperity. We wanted to deal with people that were willing to say, hey, let's create a compensation plan that will help a person through all phases of that growth. Do we have perfection? No. Do we have really, really, really good? Absolutely. We have a compensation plan that helps a person out of the gate, that helps them get through that middle time, and on the backside, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, we've got a multi-million-dollar opportunity. Okay? Is that fair to say it that way? That's really what we have. So we looked at the compensation plan. We knew we had a breakthrough in compensation. We evaluated the executive team. We had a good executive team. And then it was just a matter of going for it. We wanted to know we had a company that was going to say, hey, we're in this for the long haul. We're in this to do something great. We're in this to do something significant. Again, 2020 vision, a decade of hope, helping other people evolve. The company just came out with that. In your minds, what you should be looking, my mentor taught me another thing about business. Always pay attention to the obvious. Notice and pay attention to the obvious. I notice the obvious. When a company comes out and says we're going to do a 10-year plan, a life plan, okay? That's a good, obvious thing to pay attention to. When you go to a convention, they give somebody $1 million, not just write them a check for $1 million. You could write a check and give them $1 million. That's not what he's about. He says we are about creating life plans. In this industry, one of the horrible things about this industry is people will go out and make millions of dollars and lose every penny within 2 to 3 years because no one's taught them how to manage their money. You're looking at one. Just being real. I did it. 2. Made lot 3. Can we get 3? Made lots of money, lost it all. Okay? Built the big house, drove around the nice cars, full over the place, lost it. No one taught me how to manage it. So, when he said we're creating a life plan to show people not just how to get wealth, but to manage, maintain, and then he said the key word to me, I'm a father of 3 kids. This is what Trey White said to me, eating lunch, eating barbecue at his house. He looked at me and he said, I want to change this industry. I want to show people how to create generational wealth. Generational wealth. My ears, my eyes lit up. That's what I want to do for my children. And so we have just come out with a literally, not just a 90-day life plan, but a life plan to help people manage their money once they make it. This is more than just a bottle of water, okay? And so what he's done is, when he gave this $1 million away, he didn't just give the person $1 million. He says, listen, I'm going to pay you $8,333 every month for the next 10 years. I'm bringing my investment team in to show you how to invest your money, because we're going to take your $1 million and grow it over the next 10 years and teach people how to do this. I love that, because it's not just saying, hey, here's $1 million. It looks good for the cameras. It's being a little more engaged. You want to work with a company that says, we want to see lives change. We know it's going to take a period of time, but let's do it the right way so that people can actually win, not just get a big check for 30 days of going out and selling a bunch of product. Is that fair to say? Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and get into how we actually make money. Okay? And then we're done. You can ask me questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. The bottom line is, my friends and I, a little over 7 months ago, we chose this company for those reasons. Since then, it's been an incredible journey, an amazing ride. We're just getting started. Listen, you're sitting in the largest meeting to happen in Tampa, Florida. Okay? I just moved here 90 days ago for 2 reasons. One, I was called to start a church here. Never thought I would pastor a church. It was the last thing in the world I ever thought I would do. I've been working in the ministry for 6 years. I was ordained as a pastor a little over 3.5 years ago. I've been going out and teaching and preaching and sharing at business events and stuff like that for a while. Never thought I would pastor a church. I fought the call for 18 months. I told God he was crazy. That's not what I'm supposed to do. The whole thing. you know, next thing you know, I'm moving to Tampa. The other reason we moved to Tampa was because Tampa is the #1 city for network marketing in all of the United States. That's a fact, look it up. It's the #1 city for network marketing in this industry. And nobody knows about Evolv. Nobody knows we exist. Florida's the #1 state, by the way. And Tampa's the #1 city. That's statistics from the Direct Selling Association. You can go look it up, okay? So I realized we have an opportunity on our hands. That's why I moved my family here a little over 3 months ago, and we're just really kicking this thing off. So it's an incredible opportunity.